morning, everyone. I hope today is looking to be a fabulous day for you. Deuteronomy 28, verse 11 to 12 says, And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, in the fruit of thy body, in the fruit of thy cattle, in the fruit of thy ground, in the land which the Lord swore unto thy fathers to give thee. Now, this is an ancient promise to the people of God, to the Israelites or the Jews. It doesn't matter who you see, but it's an ancient promise. I will make you plenteous, and it talks about the fruits of thy body, and that we know as as children, the fruit of thy cattle, your cattle and the calves, the fruit of thy ground, whatever you're growing, and then it says, in the land which the Lord swore unto thy fathers to give thee. And this is actually something that kind of resonates through history. God promises a land to a certain people, and He takes them there, and He gives them victory over it if they're supposed to conquer the land, or He gives them victory in it. And that we see right from Daniel, the victory in the land, where he went and he was taken as a young man or a young boy as and he was exiled into this land. And then we read about how he works his way in and up to society without having to give up his God. Well, I mean, he was bullied and he was put into a lion's den and all kinds of things, but he didn't without giving up his God. He prospered in the country which was not the country of his forefathers, but it was the country which God gave him then. And so, with so much moving around the world and that kind of thing at the moment, and refugees all over the place, and people being displaced, and people moving away, and God calling people into other places, and there's a lot of movement around the world, which is strange because COVID is generally not allowing these things, but there's a lot of movement. And I wonder to myself, people are going, how can you still, some people are sometimes asking us, how can you still stay in South Africa? And although my husband would have actually liked to take 5 years and go and live in another country for a while and work there, specifically a country like Germany, he just loves the idea of working and living in Germany for a while. We have never been called out. And so God has not ever promised us another place to live. So we have to, at this stage now, in our age and all that kind of thing, we must make a life for ourselves, complete. Although we have been all these years, we're in our 50s. And that's where God has promised to give me the land of my forefathers. And we weren't brought here to totally conquer. We are here to actually flourish within the land, like Daniel. Regardless of what's happening around you. And I think as citizens of heaven, because that's what we are when we belong to God, we are basically placed in a strange place. And wherever you find yourself, doesn't matter whether you're in New Zealand, America, Europe, England, South Africa, North Africa, wherever, America, wherever you are, it doesn't matter, because you are here and you are here to prosper. And it's the land which you have been promised. And therefore God will allow you to prosper through all your things. And our lives look a bit different. So we might not be a couple that has many children or any children, but our bodies can prosper in so many ways. We can look after the earth, be sustainable. We can look after children that are not born from our genetics, but they are ours because God has set them aside for us, and their parents could not look after them. So there's so many ways in which we can see the scripture. We are not farmers, all of us, but we are farmers in the way that we go to work and earn a living. We work. And so God can help us to prosper there. And we must sometimes believe beyond, well, often actually, believe beyond that which we can see. That prosperity is going to happen, or is happening actually. Such a difficult thing to do. Sometimes you have to go to God and go, I just can't see it. If you want me to see it, you got to open my eyes to it and you got to put it right in front of my face. But I just can't see it. So I just want to encourage you today, because for me it is about really looking in God and being real in front of Him, and saying, I can't see it. You got to show me. And I just want to encourage you, and I said it again to somebody the other day, is faith actually begins with fear. If you can overcome your fear, that is only done completely with faith. And so I have faith that this place where you have been planted, that God can use you right there, and He can make you flourish. Think about it. Have a wonderful day, and we'll speak again tomorrow.